How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called New Minibrunn. And we are going to start with the description, as we typically do, and it reads: Welcome to New Minibrunn. This map offers 26 fields, 4 of which are meadows, 6 purchasable forest areas, and 3 building plots. 1 pre-placed farm in the village with cows and chicken shed. Cow shed with built-in slurry tank and support for the mod grazing animals, PC only. All decorations on the farm can be sold via the building mode. 1 biogas plant that can be completely sold. Many ground textures and plants in construction mode, including fields. A total of 19 productions and sales stations. Wood containers from the Platinum expansion can be sold at the sawmill. Support for iron ore can be bought at the farmer's market for the production from the Platinum DLC. 2 traders for consumer goods. 2 filling stations for diesel, methane, and electricity. A pond for water extraction. Field grass as a new crop, as well as a district heating and soy drink for new products. Support for precision farming with a custom soil map, fully developed AI road network tested and for auto drive, 16 hidden collectibles. Notes: placed walls, gates, fences, hedges, or curbsides can be sold by the player with ID number 1. The large bushes on the building site in the northeast and southeast can be removed with the mulch tiller. You can remove the curbstone on the terrain at the various locations in the construction menu by clicking on the Demolish button. After purchasing the biogas, the game must be saved and loaded once so that the compacted chaff can be covered. Support for the map is available in the official Giants forum, so they give you a link for any support issues. A huge thank you goes out to the great community from the Giants Forum who supported me during the construction of this map. This map was created by TopAce888 and is 341.30 megabytes to download. There are required mods, and they are Metal Fences with Gates by TopAce888 as well as the Stone Wall by TopAce888. Now, let's take a look at the map and see what it looks like. Rather small map. Where do we start? Well, if we zoom in here, we start here. What do we start out with? We start out with farmlands number 28, 11, 14, 21, and 22. So start out with a fair bit. Not too shabby. If we... Oh, I keep doing this and forgetting. You can purchase peripheries, so nothing that is out of bounds for you to purchase on this. And you can see some areas are $0. This area here is $0. Now, field prices do vary, and for the most part are relatively inexpensive, and a lot of that has to do with because of how small this map is. You do start with animals, cow barn and a chicken pasture. You can get contracts. You do have production chain, a large greenhouse, and there are collectibles, 16 of them. And we are here at the starting farm, and while we're here, let's take a look at what we start out with under owned vehicles. We start out with the small tractors, the Valtra N135 Active, as well as the Steyr 8150. Medium tractors, the Valtra Velmet 8750. Harvesters, the Roshelmash Nova 330. Under trailers, we have the Rudolph TDK 301 RP, as well as the Welger DK 115. We have the header for the Roshelmash. Under plows, we have the Agromods POV 5XL, as well as cultivators, the Amazon Senio 4000 Super. Power Harrows, the Amazon KG 3001 Super. Seeders, Amazon Kintaya 3000 Super. Fertilizer spreaders, we have the Amazon ZATS 3200. Slurry tanks, the FarmTech Superseas 800. Under mowers, we have the Pottinger NovaCat 301 AMED Pro. That's the front end mower. Tedders, we have the K-Brain GF 8712. Windrowers, the Samaz Z2 840H. Forage wagons, the Pottinger Boss Alpine 251. Front loaders, the Hauer XB 190. Front loader tools, we have the Albut Pallet Fork, Universal Bucket, and Bale Spike, as well as the Quickie Big Bag Lifter Single. And lastly, under weights, we have the 10 Winkle Pack 1500, the Pack 1000, as well as another Pack 1000. And that is what we start out with as far as starting equipment. Now, we do have 1,226 slots taken up out of the possible 4,400 for for most recent generation consoles. And if we take a quick tour around our farm, we start out here. We do start out with quite a bit of like lime and fertilizer and seeds, some hay, straw, as well as silage. It is silage, you can't unwrap it. Some very decent storage. A lot of our starting equipment is here. Over here, we have a repair trigger and a diesel tank. Some more of our starting equipment. We have a manure pit right here. And over here, our cow barn with 20 cows out of 60. Milk trigger right here. In the roll-up shed. Feed trigger. And I believe straw can go in, yep, right here. Our silo, the Pharma 400, that's 400,000 liters, I believe. Slurry output. Our greenhouse. Some more of our starting equipment. Our chicken coop with 20 chickens out of 100. And if we hop over here, we have our wardrobe under this bag and our sleep triggers. Now what we're going to do is find our starting tractors, I think. Oh, over there. I think we're going to take the bright green Valtra. Why not? Oops. Went too far in my notes. Now, first thing that we're going to do is come out this direction. Now this is a unique feature to this map I've never seen on another map. You have to have the help menu open. We're going to just open this gate. And about right... where is it? Right here. Switch billboard. If you see right there in front of me, click that button, billboard goes away. I don't know if this is taking out all billboards across the map or if it's just this one, but something that you can do, which is kind of nice. I mean, if you don't want to see these billboards, you can take them away. Directly in front of us is the supermarket sell point. And what we're going to do is hop back in our tractor. Now, I think it's this direction. Yes, this direction. Okay. I was right. Now we're just going to cut through here. Here we have a gas station, as well as an electrical charge point for our electrical tractors. And then over here, back here is the restaurant sell point. here is our first production point. This is the bakery. For 50,000 you can purchase this. And you have inputs right here and outputs right beside it. Come around in this direction to our next production point. You're going to see we're just going to leave our tractor in the road for a good chunk of this tour just because it's easier this way. Oh, jump. Over here is the grain mill, can be purchased for $96,000. Inputs here, outputs there. And across the street. Is the dairy, can be purchased for $70,000. Inputs over here. And outputs back here. Now I do need to purchase the dairy because there's something special about it. At the dairy you can make butter, cheese, chocolate, but you can also make a soy drink. Now, if you come up this winding, twisting road, oops. I really enjoy the look of this map. This is one of the first maps I've ever played on where the mountainous terrain in the background actually looks appropriate. Like, it actually looks like it belongs and doesn't look like just kind of forced into the map just to obscure that there's a boundary. So, just my thoughts. It just looks very, very nice. Very well done. Over here is the spinnery, which can be purchased for $60,000. Outputs over here, and inputs in the back. Over here is the pizzeria sell point. Around this side, our next production, this is the biomass heating plant. You can purchase this for $40,000 because this is a production and not a typical biomass heating plant where you just sell things as a sell point. We are going to purchase it just so we can see. As you can see, you can bring your wood chips and straw and you create heat as well as solid fertilizer. So that's kind of a cool Cool addition. Over here is the biogas. You can purchase that over here for $948,940. Very, very expensive biogas plant. Solids go in here, liquids in here, and your digestate can come out here. Go back to our tractor. Again, if you look off to the right here, it just, because the undulations in the map, the terrain in the background does not look out of place. Like, there's so many times where that mountainous terrain is used and it just looks so out of place that it just takes it away from the map, in my opinion. And coming in here, over here, we can purchase the sawmill for $100,000. Way over there is the output for wood chips. Here is the inputs for the wood and is it wood and yeah, wood. And the cell trigger for wood. The carpentry directly in front of us can be purchased for $60,000. You have your inputs here, your outputs there. And I'm not 100% certain, but I wonder if the cellwood trigger works at both the carpentry and the sawmill. Finding out. See, over here, these are buy points for animal feed. So you have your cow, chicken, horse, and pig food that you can purchase from here. Around the side here, you have a slurry buy point right here. You have your animal dealer, so you can purchase your animals, putting them into a trailer or put them directly into the pens. You have a manure buy point. And lastly, you have the animal dealer sell point right here. So kind of this like self-sustained little animal shop here, which is really nice. And then across the street, there's a little bit of confusion regarding this. So here you see the inputs and outputs trigger symbols here. I believe that this is the farmer's market for the inputs and output. The reason I say I believe is, and I'll show you here in a second, is that the halo ring that indicates the spire that indicates where an item is not in the same positions as trigger is here. Over here's the debris crusher. Now the spire, if you were to click on the farmer's market, appears right here, right in this entryway here. It does not appear here, so a little off-putting. Electrical charge point right here, gas station right here, and around the back side here is the tailor shop for $100,000. You can purchase that. Inputs there. Wardrobe trigger and outputs right there. Run back to the tractor. Coming through here, we have our oil mill. Inputs and outputs are right there. And the purchase point right here. Purchase that for $80,000. And we don't want to go that way. I got turned around. Over here is the grape processing unit. For $80,000, purchase that. Outputs there, inputs there. And then across the way here is the shop. Shop trigger right there. Repair trigger is there in the back. Going up this switch back here. Whoa, what am I doing? Oh, man. I'm just not having good luck with the map tours tonight. I've now wrecked twice on different tours. Just making our way down to our second to last production point. Right here is the cereal factory. Can be purchased right here for $110,000. Outputs and inputs. And then we have to go down the hill to get to our last point of interest. And then, last, but certainly not least, is a sugar mill, which can be purchased for $80,000. Outputs here, inputs around back, right there. Now, I will show one collectible, so if you don't want to find it, look away. You may have already seen it. Right here, a little baguette or bread or something. $62,500. So not a bad collectible, to be completely honest. But that is the map. This is New Minibrunn, and now it is time for my review. What did I think of it? Well, standard 0 to 5 applies, and I don't know if I don't know if you could tell in the sound of my voice as we're going through it, but I love this map. I absolutely love it. This is a solid 5 map in my opinion, and which is really wild to me. Very, very wild. The reason I say that is I almost never give small maps 5s. Like, I've never fallen in love with a small map as hard as I have here. I don't know what it is about it, but there's just these small little features, these small little details that, like the ducks, the quacking ducks, they're moving. You know, this kind of staircase here, this old staircase that's next to this fire tower. I mean, it's just one of those that, like, there's so many details, and just, I'm going to climb up to the very top just so I can show you just how pretty, whoop, I got stuck there. Just how, come on, how pretty the view is, if I will let me. But just the view, you can kind of see it as I'm making my way up, if I can ever get to the top of this. Oh my goodness, I keep getting stuck. I'm almost there. Ha ha ha. Oh hey, another pastry. I mean, check that view out. Just, like I said, just because it's a small map, like smaller than the card allows, there's actual detailed mountains that's like layered in front of that outer border, which actually makes it look nice. It looks real nice. Then you've got features like this, the train bridge in the very back there with an actual moving train on it. Like, how cool is that? You got the observatory up in the top of that mountain over there. Like, just those little details that just help bring the map to life. And you look down and you see the beautiful water with the large seaweed that's in it, kind of deal. Like, this is just really, really spot on. Did a great job. The only way, in my opinion, it could be better is that if it was bigger, and the only reason that I wouldn't want them to do it is because then you would lose this kind of layering effect on the outskirts and border, and then it would just look flat and nasty. But this, 5 out of 5, very, very happy with the results of this map. I hope that you'll enjoy it too. I hope that you'll get a lot of fun and enjoyment out of it. And I think that one of these days I'm going to definitely do a Let's Play series on this, because I think this could be a lot of fun. But that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, following, doing all the things that the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.